I only read one book, but it's a good book, don't you know? I act the way I act because the good book tells me so. If I want to know how to be good, it's to the good book that I go. Because the good book is a book, and it is good, and it's a book.
And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, mainly due to the fact that television had not yet been invented, so there was not much to do other than for people to get to know each other. That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And Jesus and his bros would visiteth the earth, and seek out poontang, and God the all-powerful was powerless to stop them. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. For I am getting fed up with pensioners starting families at 150. There were giants in the earth in those days, who didth proclaim that they did smell the blood of an Englishman, and did fee, fi, fo, my lord. And also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old men of renown, because the women of old did like to get themselves some monster cock action. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it did cross his mind that maybe he should come up with some ground rules, a list of commandments, to say what men are allowed to do and not allowed to do. And he did add it to the list of good ideas that you would think that an omniscient being would have done at the beginning, that God would eventually get around to. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him as his heart, because with him being all-knowing, ever-present, and all-powerful, you would have expected him to see this coming. But then again, he did make man on his first week on the job, and having never created a universe before, let alone humans, you couldn't possibly expect him to get it right first time, which is probably why he did it twice. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air. For it repenteth me that I have made them. For the Lord knew in his heart that he had fucked up big style, and had been caught napping on the job on that seventh day. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord, because in every magical fairy story there has to be a hero, and he already had a sailor's uniform. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man, and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked with God, and they were homies, and did hang together, walking with the dinosaurs. And Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, as previously explained in the previous chapter, and mentioned here again to pad out this chapter. The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence, and God, the all-knowing, somehow didn't see that this would happen, and so took no steps to stop it happening, even though he sees all things for all eternity. And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth, and he did consider that maybe his perfect creation probably wasn't as perfect as he had thought, and that he should have stuck with cows, because at least cows do as they're told. And God said unto Noah, The end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. And Noah did say unto God, Are you sure that the best way to deal with a violent situation is to escalate it with more violence? And the Lord God, whose plan was perfect, didn't see a problem, and did say that he could always find somebody else if Noah wasn't interested. Make thee an ark of gopher wood, rooms shalt thou make in the ark, and shalt pitch it within and without with pitch. And Noah did ask what God meant by go for wood. And the Lord did reply unto him, Yes, you heard me, fucketh off into the woods, and go for wood, for you will need it to build a big boat. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make of. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits, with a cubit being an indeterminate unit of measurement ranging from about 18 inches to anywhere over 2 feet, depending on who you are talking to. So God was not expecting it to fit together very well. A window shalt thou make in the ark, for you will want to see all the people drowning outside, and may be let in a bit of air to get rid of the smell of the animal shit. And in a cubit shalt thou finish it above, and the door in the ark shalt thou set in the side thereof, because when you make a really big boat, the logical thing is to put a big hole in the side of it. With lower, second, and third stories shalt thou make it. And behold, even I, do bring a flood of waters upon the earth, to destroy all flesh, wherein is the breath of life, from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die, including all the innocent little children, and bunnies, and ponies, and all else that is so sickeningly sweet that I did makest him want to retch. But with thee will I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons, and thy wife, and thy sons' wives, with thee, and go for a jolly boat ride. For wiping out all life on earth because of the actions of a few thousand people is by far the most ethical thing to do. And of every living thing, of all flesh, 2 of every sort shall thou bring into the ark, to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female. And Noah did ask about the dinosaurs, with the ferocious-looking teeth, that do eat anything that does move. And the Lord did say, Yes, them too. And Noah did say that he was going to need a bigger boat. Of fowls after their kind, and of cattle after their kind, of every creeping thing of the earth after his kind, 2 of every sort shall come unto thee, to keep them alive, especially the cattle, for God did like cows. And Noah did pack some warm clothes, and did set off to the Arctic to find polar bears. And take thou unto thee of all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be for food for thee, and for them. And Noah did say that he may need to get some caterers in, and the Lord did tell Noah to send his wife into the kitchen and make sandwiches. Thus did Noah, according to all that God commanded him. So did he, for the state of Kentucky did offer him a substantial tax subsidy if he did employ lots of the illiterate local workers to do menial tasks, for the ark would be such a fantastic sight to behold that tourists will flock to see it from all 4 corners of the globe, which in those days was kind of flat and floated about on a great ocean covered with a big transparent bubble. And behold, the chapter did end on a cliffhanger.